Brisket smoked on the Old Country Pecos. I like to keep these aluminum foil pans handy because you can see we're good 40 minutes and it's not gonna hurt them at all. And remember, chicks have already hit an internal temp of 100% chicken. Oh, remember at the beginning I said I didn't like it. This was too thin. Hey, welcome back everybody. Today we're going to be smoking beef brisket. This time around it's a beef prime brisket. It's I think it's about 12 pounds, and I'll verify that once I get inside and I'll show you. But what I really want to show you is that today we're going to be cooking on my brand new toy. We're going to be cooking on my Pecos smoker. It's an Old Country smoker that I got a really good deal on it. And I also wanted to show you that I fabricated this charcoal basket, and as you can see, I've already burned some charcoal in there. You can see some of the ashes, so I just cleaned it out a little while ago. So I'm gonna fill it up with charcoal and some mesquite wood, and then I'll go inside and trim up that prime brisket, and then get it ready for tomorrow. We'll check this out. I've already filled my charcoal basket with charcoal, and I'm using the Kingsford blue, and as you can see, I made a little well right there, and there's a little mesquite log right there, and that's where I'm gonna pour my lit charcoals tomorrow morning. I'm gonna wake up at 5 a.m. to start the fire, so this is gonna be a long cook, guys. And let's move over here. I've already situated my water pan, and it's already full of water, as you can see. And then I added another large aluminum foil pan that's going to catch my brisket drippings. So smoker's ready to go, guys. I'm just going to put the grill or the grate on the smoker. I'm going to shut it down for the night, and then I'm going to go inside, trim up this brisket. Well, show you how I trim up this brisket, and send it night for tomorrow morning. So I'll be back in a few minutes, guys. Alright guys, well I'm back, and here it is, guys, and it's actually 12.54 pound prime brisket. I got lucky and I found this at the local Walmart. I actually bought a couple of them, and I smoked one for the guys, and it just turned out great. The only thing I didn't like about this prime is, as you can see, the flat is very thin. It's not that even, but that's okay. I mean, I know it's not that part of the brisket, but I'll turn it into burn ends anyway. I love burn ends, but it'll be lean burn ends. But that's okay. I got it at $2 a pound. That can't beat that. So I'm gonna get this brisket out of that cryovac. I'm gonna trim it up some, clean it up, make it nice and pretty for the smoker. And oh, the knife I'm using today is this Millennia boning knife. I've already used it once, and it worked great, guys. I bought it off of Amazon. Let me get a little bit closer so you can see it. It's a 6-inch. Works very good. Just keep it clean and sharp, and it'll last forever. So let me get working on this brisket. I want to trim it up, and then we'll be right back. Alright guys, well I'm all done trimming up the brisket, and as you can see, I left roughly about a 1/4 inch of fat cap on top of the brisket, and I did cut this little guy off because I know it'll burn off, so it's right there. And I'm not gonna rub it tonight. I'm gonna smoke this tomorrow morning, like I said. And this is the brisket rub that I like to use. The first time I used it, guys, I went a little too heavy on it, and it was too salty on the brisket that I used. But I've learned to use it better. I don't go that heavy, and it just produces a great flavor to the brisket. Give it a try, guys. I'm sure you'll like it, or you can create your own rub. So this time I'm gonna wrap up this brisket, and I'm gonna pop it in the fridge overnight. And we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Good night. Hey, good morning, everybody. So it's 5 a.m. 5:30 a.m. I have started my fire outside, and I'm about to apply the rub on the brisket, and I'll show you how it looks after it has been fully rubbed. Alright guys, so there it is, all rubbed up and ready to go. I'm gonna go check on the fire outside, and it'll probably be about 45 minutes to an hour, and then we'll put this bad boy in the smoker. I'll be back. Alright guys, let's put this brisket in the smoker, and I want to show you guys. Look at this prime brisket. Very, very flexible. You can tell this. Oh, this should be a tender brisket. I'm going to position my brisket with my my point towards the fire. I already have the water pan in there, and so you can see this. The brisket is right. The stack is right at grate level, so that's where the brisket is. So we should get some good smoke and heat flowing through the brisket. So let me close the pit up, and we'll be back in about 4 to 5 hours, guys, to check on the color. Alright guys, so 4 hours into the cook, and temperature dropped quite a bit from 250, but that's okay. I have a little log that I want to add to it right now. That's not a problem. We are cooking low and slow, so let's look at it. Look at that. Man, it smells great. Look at that color, guys. Let me see if I can do this right here. Hope I don't melt my phone. Nice color. I'm gonna give it probably about another 30-40 minutes. Close the lid, and then I'm going to probably wrap it. Not probably. I am gonna wrap it on pink butcher paper. Let's check the fire. Oh yeah. I'm gonna add one little log right there, and sorry about that, and let it go. So let's build up our temp. Let's get it back to at least, I'll be happy with at least 220, 210 to 220, 225. It's gonna be fine. We're cooking low and slow, guys, so we will be back. Oh, I almost forgot to show you guys my super sophisticated temp management guru. $20 vortex fan. It works very well, guys. I just have it. Let me see if I can show you. Just have it pointed right to the firebox, and it just provides just enough air to start, feeding the fire. And look at that. You see the smoke. It works pretty good, guys. $20. Not bad. Alright guys, so the brisket has been in the pit for 6 hours, going low and slow, uncovered, and let's take a peek at it. And look at that color, guys. Beautiful color. Let's see if I can get you another view. Here we go. So at this point, I'm going to wrap it in some pink butcher paper or red butcher paper, and at this time, guys, this is where you can open up your firebox and check your fire, feed your fire, so you can get rid of any of that ugly white smoke that you get when you add new wood, and let it catch fire and clean up. So let me wrap the brisket, guys, and I'll be right back. Okay, let's let this fire get going also. Alright guys, while we're letting the fire get back to where it needs to be, let's talk about my technique a little. Well, one of my techniques, I've said it before, there's many ways to smoke a brisket. Find the way that you like or what works for you, and I've done them many ways, guys. I just like to experiment. This is one of the latest techniques that I've gotten used to doing. is I double wrap it in the red or pink butcher paper, and I place it inside the aluminum pan, a clean one. Okay, then I pop it back in the smoker, and it's still, since the paper is permeable, it's still gonna get some more smoke. It's gonna get darker. They're gonna build a nice bark, and the pan is going to catch the drippings from the smoker, not from the smoker, from the brisket. Sorry about that. And you know, I just think it helps steam it a little bit more and keeps it a little bit more moist. It's worked out very well for me, so give it a try. And if it doesn't work out, then don't do it again if you don't like it. Alright guys, so my brisket has hit the stall at 172 internal degrees. So what I like to do at this point, this is where this trick really pays off, because I wrapped it in butcher paper and I placed it in inside of the foil pan, and then I wrap it in heavy duty tin foil, and I crank up the heat so I could bulldoze right through that stall. It works very, very well. So let me do that off camera, and we'll be back. Alright guys, so the internal temp for the brisket is already at 200 degrees, so I'm going to pull it off the pit, and I'm going to let it rest. This time around it's getting kind of late, so I'm going to rest it for about only 30 to 40 minutes, and then slice into it. I did that the other day. We were kind of in a hurry, and turned out great. It didn't affect it at all. So let me pull this thing and let it rest, and I'll show you what it looks like when I cut it up. Alright guys, well here we are 15 hours later, and look at the beautiful bark on this brisket. It is a little soft because remember that after I wrapped it with red butcher paper, I then wrapped it in aluminum foil so I could push through the stall. But I mean, look at this jiggle, jiggly. Feels pretty good, guys. It smells very, very good. Let me slice into this bad boy, and the flat does not feel quite as tender as I thought it would be. Oh, this one is more tender. Okay, yeah, the thinner part is a little drier, but let's keep going. Whew, still hot. It's starting to get more tender as we get closer to the point. Let's see if we're still like that. Ooh. You see that? See if you can see that. Juicy, juicy, juicy. Alrighty, there we go. Starting to change direction. I'm gonna get some nice burnt ends here for right now. Get back to this bad boy. Whew, very hot. I'll just hold it with my knife. It bends pretty good. Let's see. Let's try the pull test, see how we did. see. Oh, it pulled pretty good. Yeah. I like it a little bit more tender, but let's see. The flavor is very good. Very, very good. Let's try one more. Cut into the point. So I really enjoyed smoking on the Pecos, the old country Pecos today. But it definitely is a lot more work than using a pellet grill or a propane smoker. Let's see. Hot. Oh, grab 2 slices. Look at that smoke ring, guys. This thing is screaming hot. I didn't let it rest like I normally do, guys, but let's see. Yeah, this one pulled very good. Very, very tender. So there you have it, guys. Prime brisket smoked on the old country Pecos smoker. This is the first time that I've actually smoked on that smoker, and there's definitely a few things that I would do different as far as fire management. And but other than that, this is a great cooker, guys. I mean, I got a good deal on it, but if you buy it from Academy, I think Academy is the one that sells it. It's a good smoker. It's not that thin, and it's decent for the money. It's a decent cooker. So, guys, if you have any questions, please drop them down below, and I'll be glad to answer them as best as I can. And again, I want to thank you all for watching my video. If you like it, please hit the thumbs up. And if you don't, you're still not going to hurt my feelings. Thank you all for watching, guys. God bless.